Would you like to join me in between before I end? I guess I'm not a positive guy when it comes to this stuff, right? Because I seem to never get it exactly. When it's exactly right, it's because everybody's come back going, yeah, now I understand it. Now I can do it. And when you can do it, that's when I can say, all right, now we're flying. So what we're going to do is we're going to do French, English, Spanish, because this is the three that surround me. The Son of Jesus Christ. 77, 74, 54. In this word over here, I take the ani, whichever way you want to say it is, okay, or nia. Spain, if you'd like to say it. Instead of Spanish, you can just say Spain. Instead of English, I can say England. And instead of French, I will say France. But for now, I'm talking language. 24, creation of man. N, inside the passage of the soul. The gateway, electric company. Spanish is the electric company. English brings the soul together, and we live the life of the French. If we take F-R-E-N-S-P, it's more like German, Frenzen, or foreign, E-S-P, E-S-P-E. This gets repeated. 19 becomes 7. P is the 16th letter, the light and the gateway of E and E. Reine means the queen, because a reine is actually a fox in French. Now we have to understand it in 3 languages. 9, 11, 5. 9, 2, 5, or 9 times 25 is 225, which is 2 worlds or 2 circles that go over each other. If you change the R and put it, you would have cerise, cherry, or the F sign in Aries. What else can this say? It also, the reason, and where did I get this from? In the word French and English, the N is repeated, remove it. The E is repeated, remove it. The H is repeated, remove it. E-N-H. This would say F-A. Let me put it down and do it with you. In this word here, letters that are not repeated and letters that are repeated. F and R go over here. F-A-R. Afar, or how about fear? Fearfumps comes the big man, okay, from afar. This is together. The E's, okay, come over here. Why do I put the E back with F? Because the sound of F, even though I take out the E goes back into the F because of its sound, its history of the letter, okay? We put the E over here because it repeats. We put the N over here because it repeats in the N family. N minus this equals I. 14 minus 5, it's En. In Roman numerals, En, it's 1V1. Which way is the E on, the right or the left? I'll play it as it's 9. 5 minus, if it was 5 plus, it would be the S letter, and it would bring you down to the soul. Look what English does. 19, 19, 9, 19, 8. The passage of 8 is the English, the 2 worlds divided. Inside. So we're going to bring back E-I-N. Come together over here. E-I-N. Okay, why do I bring I into this? Because I just showed you I reduced it. In French, the I is the sound of the E, and the E is the sound of the I. Okay, so we're going to leave it at this. Now we're going to go back. F, R are both not in here. The E is. N is in here. Don't use it. C is not here. The H is. So we're going to put C. So we have F, E, F, R, C. Okay, we have the arc, or we now have the farce, which means the joke or the lie. The fear and the farce. This, okay, is the angel resident, creation, energy, Antarctica, because that's what it says inside its word. When you come on to the English, it's the creation of 999936, inside the world of 10, 10, and 8. 10, 8, and 10. Okay, this becomes 7, this becomes 7, becomes 787. Okay, which means it's a split heaven. The 9 card, it's a split heaven inside the 9 card, but we don't live at 9. 16 and 19 become each other. 16, 19, okay? All 1 plus 9 equals 10. 0 equals 6, we have 16 again. Or how about this? 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 6 equals to 7. 7 and 6 is 13. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4 equals to 7. 3 times 4 equals 12. 12 and 7 equals 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Back to 16 again. The other one we didn't do is 42. This one reverts to the cat in the hat and connects us to the queen. Something to do with the Great Britain. I missed saying something in the last video. This is the chessboard, okay? This is the one side of the chessboard, the other side, one side, the other side, one side, the other side, one side, the other side. What are the pieces, okay? If I had to take 4, can I go 4 high? Is that how high it is, or is it only 2 high? Where are the pieces high? I have to go 1, 2 of you, 1, 2 of you. So it's 2 sets here, and 2 sets here, and 2 sets here, and 2 sets here. I say take 2, I'd be left with 6 and 8, and 6 and 8, and 6 and 8, and 6 and 8, and 6 and 8. And in here, I'd be left with 8 of 8. I'd have my original game of chess right over here. How far would I actually split? Would I have to take 4 out in this area, go 4, 8, 12, 16, and that would be the light? So if I took 4 out of here, okay, I'd actually have 4 by 8, 4 by 8, 4 by 8, 4 by 8 equals 32, the doorway, and 8 plus 4 is 12 equals to the passageway. 32 and 5 is 37, 32 and 12 is 44. The 2 worlds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the one here. You can either do this, and this would be the sword, and this will be the sword, and at the same time, you have 4, 1, 4, or you have 4, 2, 5, 2. The Mayan count of 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 equals 625, times DNA 14 or 41. Okay, this will become 9, 5 and 4 the sun. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 is 29. It is the IT system, is the birth system. Okay, this 1 times 41 equals 25,625. 2525. The center where 9 is 6. 5 and 1 is 6. Center where 1 in is 6. Here is your light. There is your chess game. Now I was talking about the French, so what I'm doing right now is I'm building a scale, okay, where I take the number 1 in English, in Spanish, and in French, and I will compare the differences. We didn't do English yet. We did the French word. What was left over was the H was repeated, the E was repeated, and the N. What about a French hen? H-E-N. The henchman, the French hen. What does the hen do? What does the N do? What is the H all about? The H is silent in French because it plays between 2 worlds. We play from a gateway, but we don't tell you which gateway it is because the H has to be silent. It's all about I am. And only God knows, right? So they hide it. Because the book says to hide God. So they can hide it because they're running the machine and God can't tell you what it's like. Otherwise, you ain't going to learn. He already gave you the 10 basic rules. So you come out of here, this is the Christ. When they spell Christ, the last 3 letters is I-S-T, but this is I-S-H. So I take this S and H, this becomes red. This becomes number 23. This will equal 23, and this is number 23. They're all number 23, but not on the same level. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5, equals 8 and 15, 23. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7, is 14 and 9, 23. And he is 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, equals 6 and 5, 11, 11, 11, 11, and 1. Inside of English and Spanish, S and H, they mix. I-S-H mix, N-I-S-H mix. Here we have ASP. Here we have E-G-L. This sounds like eagle or leg or eagle. The eagle or the leg, which could be the beak that connects the 2 sides. The question is, eagle, 5, 7, 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 5, 7, 3, this is the gun, this is something to do with movement, an exchange. 16 times an hour you can get this. Here's the way it goes. 4 times 3.75 is 15 minutes, times 4 equals 16 equals the whole hour. 3.75 times 4 equals 15. 15 times 24 equals to 360 degrees. 3.75 times 24 equals to, I don't know. Let me see. Can I do this while I'm on?